While driving to a spa weekend, I heard a voice from the back seat say, "Honestly, he's like a rescue dog. You feed him, he wags his tail. So easy to control." Laughter filled the car. When we arrived, the door slammed and I was told, "Don't forget to wash the sheets before I get back. They stink like you." I drove 4 hours home in silence. The chatter in the car had been full of gossip and excitement, and I thought driving was a gesture of love. But those words cut through me like a knife. I didn't argue. I didn't turn around. I just kept driving. When we got to the resort, there wasn't even a glance in my direction, just mockery and laughter. That drive back was the longest of my life. Each mile repeated the words in my head: rescue dog, easy to control, sheets stink like you. This wasn't sudden. The signs had been there, the dismissive tone, the subtle jabs, the way attention and laughter were saved for others while indifference was reserved for me. At a gas station, I saw my reflection. Tired eyes, worn clothes. But beneath it, resilience. That mockery freed me. By the time I pulled into the driveway, something in me had changed. I left as a husband. I returned as a man ready to dismantle the life of someone who thought I was disposable. The days after, I played the part. Work, meals, bed made. But beneath the routine, I was preparing. Finances were reviewed. Accounts were protected. Digital trails revealed group chats filled with years of subtle humiliation. A meeting with a lawyer clarified everything. Evidence of cruelty was stronger than empty laughter. What had once hurt was now fuel. When the return finally came, it wasn't with laughter but tears. Mascara-streaked cheeks, a trembling voice begging me to listen. Explanations spilled out. I didn't mean it, it was a joke, you know me. But I knew better. She had been comfortable, not nervous. I stayed silent, and in that silence, she realized the balance had shifted. Tears weren't for me. They were for the life slipping away. When "please give me another chance" finally came, I didn't raise my voice. I simply reminded her of her words, rescue dog, easy to control. And then I closed the door. From that moment on, silence and dignity became my weapons. The next day, accounts were frozen. Screenshots of her messages and laughter were quietly shared. The dashcam recordings she forgot about spoke louder than excuses. Friends, family, colleagues saw through the charm and distanced themselves. Invitations stopped coming. By the time divorce proceedings began, the evidence of cruelty tilted everything in my favor. No alimony, no share of assets, the house fully mine. Her world collapsed piece by piece. Credit cards declined, bills stacked up, friends ghosted her. The laughter that once filled rooms fell silent when she entered. Reputation crumbled under the weight of her own arrogance. When she stood again on the porch, whispering that she didn't want money or the house, only me, I knew it wasn't love, it was desperation. And I closed the door again. Months later, life was lighter. Coffee on the porch, time with my son, dignity intact. She drifted from couch to couch, whispers following wherever she went. Those words, rescue dog, easy to control, once cut me deeply. But in the end, it wasn't me on the leash. It was her, trapped by the consequences of her own cruelty, abandoned by the very people she chose over me.